Did you know that fall is actually the best time to be thinking about your containers for next year? Hey, I'm going to give you 3 tips that will help you plan your containers for next year and into the future. Hi, I'm Glenn with Schweitzer's Nursery and Landscaping, and this is Landscaper Know-How. With over 30 years of experience hardscaping, landscaping, working in the garden, and just building things, I've learned a few things along the way. I want to share those tips, those tricks, those insights, those hacks with you so when you're doing your project, whether you're doing a DIY project in your backyard or you're having a professional contractor build something for you, you're going to gain a little bit of knowledge following along here on Landscaper Know-How. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell. You'll get notified at the next video, whether it's a Landscaper Know-How video or some other crazy fun thing that we're doing here at the gardens. Thanks for watching. All right, I know what you're thinking. It's fall, and here in Minnesota, where we're zone 4, we've got a cold winter to get through. So anything to think about next summer, next spring, when the stuff starts growing and get all of our planters and we can get after our containers is a good idea. Okay, but I wanted to give you a couple ideas that I use here at the gardens that might make your container gardening just a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable. 1, planting, and 2, when you're doing the fall cleanup, like I'm starting to do here now, even though actually it's a pretty nice day. It's a little misty, but the colors are gorgeous. Okay, one tip. One tip is I use perennials and actual shrubs in my containers, so I can pull them out. Let's do a couple examples. A succulent, this is just a nice, real simple sedum. I'm gonna leave that in the container for next year, and I'll just pot into it. That's one idea. Using some evergreens. So this can't stay out of the ground because it's just that freeze thaw here and getting too cold. But I will be taking this and planting it in the garden. So every year I get 3, 4, 5 more of these around here. So that's kind of a cool idea. Go here. This is just a sage, and I will be cutting him off and healing him in and reusing that. All right, but my favorite tip that I want to share with you today is using containers inside of containers. You may have thought about that. You watched the last video, you know I absolutely love to reuse things. You know the 3 R's. Reuse is my favorite. So I like using old pots, clean them up, sanitize them, do all that stuff. There's 100 videos out there on how to do that. But as an example, where the sage is absolutely beautiful in this container, it's actually just growing in a plastic pot that I reused. And just like that, I'm almost done with my cleaning for the year. I don't have all that soil in that pot. I don't have to worry about a freeze thaw. I don't have to do anything. All I need to do with my sage is pull out my handy clipper, Felco number 2, my favorite. Go in on that sage and just top it off. You can see it doesn't take very long. Very attractive throughout the year. Beautiful color in these. They even have a fall color, but it's time to clean up, yes. You know me, I like my containers, my tubs, so I just happen to have one here for us to put all my clippings and waste in. But hey, look at that. My container, ready to go away, nice and clean. Guess what won't happen? It won't freeze and break this winter. How about that? And my sage is ready for next year. I'm going to go heal it in, and next year all I need to do is take this out, add a little fertilizer, stick it in my container, and it's going to be gorgeous, just like this one right here. How cool is that? So nice and simple. Pull it together. Clip all that off, and you are ready. A lot of great sages out there. So you can get little different colors. This one actually is a bronze color, so it's beautiful. Kind of fit in with the whole color palette I have here at the gardens and the bronzes and the purples. A little bit of chartreuse. Voila, another one is done. That's how easy cleanup is here. Alright. Next plant. So I am going to leave these succulents just like that. Absolutely beautiful. These are going to get peeled in. I am going to take this guy. Sometimes I pull them all the way out. Usually all I do is just clip that off. In the spring, then I will dig out around here. I don't have enough room to store everything, so actually the geraniums are gone. The miners will just probably pull out just as easy. That's about it. And just like that, I've got half my container ready for next year. That'll come out, be there. Beautiful fall color, beautiful flowers. Alright, just like that, same thing, which is really cool. Setting the felpa down. Sometimes the fingers get in there. But just like that, boom, my container is out. I can put these back in the spring. I will just seal that in, and my container cleanup is done. Same thing again here. When they say they're frost-proof, you bet they are. Nice and easy to clean, nice and easy to store, put away. All right. Last one. Last one we're going to talk about here is the evergreen. If you have a favorite evergreen that you like to put in a container, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what it is. This actually is a upright, pyramidal, upright arborvitae. It is a root arborvitae, but they're just wonderful. I put them in front of the tent and I have them around here, and then I plant them in the ground. Really nice and easy. Same thing here though. All I did was those are sitting inside of this wonderful big ironstone container. Just use a little bit of fabric to hold it in place, to hold the mulch in. And just like that, my plant is ready to get in the ground. And we are set. So I pull those all out, pull those out, put them away, planted, and my fall cleanup and my containers are done. But better yet, I'm ready for next spring. I'm going to have some wonderful sedum that are going to be big and beautiful. I'm going to have some sage that are ready to go. And even if you're not saving the containers, what can be really nice with this is the containers clean up easier as far as your pots. But what's really nice with this is you can actually start these inside a little earlier. When it's time to take them out to the patio, out to the deck, it's drop them in and you're done. So I love things that are efficient and easy. All right, so the 3 tips. Use some perennials, use some shrubs, use some evergreens in your containers, make it much easier. Number 2, what was number 2? Cutting them off, putting them right there, makes it nice and easier. That, maybe number 2 was, who knows what number 2 was, get this stuff for having fun. But using actual containers inside of your pot doesn't be that simple to pull them out and be done. Okay, that's it. So, hopefully you enjoyed these 3 little tips, whatever the 3rd tip was, but I know you got 2 tips for sure. I'm thinking about your container gardens for next year in the fall cleanup. Hopefully you're having a wonderful fall. I think our ground is going to be moist enough for this year. We're on day 3 of rain. Who knows what? Anyways, been Glenn with Schweitzer's Nursery and Landscaping. It's been a landscaper know-how video on some container gardening, some container pots, and how to take care of things in the fall. Do appreciate you watching. If you could subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell thing, just like that. Notify you when the next video is out. Again, I appreciate you watching. Hey, happy gardening, and let's go get it done.